The events take place in England in the year 1536. Queen Anna Boleyn is pregnant again. Her husband Henry VIII hopes that this time a son will be born. The king is desperate for an heir. After a ball, noblewomen entertain themselves by playing cards. Among them is Jane Seymour, one of Anna's ladies-in-waiting. The game is interrupted by Lady Rochford, who presents the queen with a gift from the French ambassador in honor of the future son. Anna feels the pressure as everyone expects her to provide England with an heir. Late at night in the chambers, Anna discusses politics with her husband. Unlike other women who dare not contradict their husbands, Anna is very ambitious and intelligent. The next day, noble ladies and gentlemen spend leisure time outdoors. Anna is displeased with her husband openly flirting with Jane Seymour. She barely listens to Thomas Cromwell's words about redistributing the treasury's income. In the end, Anna intervenes, subtly warning Jane to stay away from the king. Lady Shelton, another lady-in-waiting, advises the queen to rest more for a complication-free pregnancy. However, Anna cannot sit idle, aware of her precarious position at court. Later, Anna meets with her brother, George Boleyn. He brings her the gift of the first Bible translated into English. Anna decided to give the honor of reading the Bible first to Jane Seymour. Of course, the girl has no right to refuse and reads a psalm. The queen did not move away from the lady-in-waiting, trying in every way to suppress her will. At night, Anna wakes up from a nightmare. She believes that Jane wants to take her place beside the king. The next day, Anna and Cromwell discuss dissolving some of the monasteries to redistribute money. Anna is not ready to support this project. Instead, she intends to allocate money to exceptional thinkers to educate the new generation. This will be the beginning of reforms in England. Cromwell dismisses this as nonsense, but Anna knows that the minister is pursuing purely selfish goals. He has the full support of Parliament but not the king. Before leaving, Cromwell told the queen that her influence could end at any moment. If she did not bear a son, Henry wouldn't hesitate to find a replacement for her. Anna asks Jane to take a walk with her. The queen wants to talk to her as a woman to woman. Anna tries to convey to Jane that flirting with the King of England is a very bad idea. According to Anna, men are needed only for advantage, not for love. Later, the queen is informed that her husband fell from his horse and is seriously injured. Anna immediately goes to his chambers. In such moments, despite his power and titles, Henry is completely helpless. All the courtiers were gossiping about the king's injury. Anna could barely contain her emotions, realizing that if Henry passed away, she would be in danger. All the courtiers hated her and would never accept her as regent. Anna is aware that many want to see Mary as the Queen of England. She is Henry's daughter from his first marriage and is half Spanish. When Anna joins the courtiers, she makes every effort not to show her fear. She orders her uncle, the Duke of Norfolk, to send the Spanish ambassador out of the country. George whispers to his sister that their fate depends on whether she gives England an heir. Anna has many enemies who want to deprive her of the throne. The Duke of Norfolk suggests taking the Queen to a safe place, but she refuses, not wanting her husband to be alone with Jane Seymour. The Queen also orders the interception of all letters from the Spanish ambassador. Norfolk clearly disapproves of this. He believes that establishing diplomatic ties with Spain would be beneficial for them. But Anna is determined to do everything in her power to prevent Mary from ascending to the throne. Too much is at stake. Anna once again entered the husband's chambers, and then walked near the palace, contemplating her fate. She senses that something terrible is about to happen. Fortunately, King Henry VIII soon began to recover. He even managed to have dinner with his wife, but he was clearly not in the mood for conversation. Anna wanted to go to the husband's chambers with him, but he rudely rejected her. As long as Anna does not give birth, Henry is not interested in her as a woman. The Queen complained to her brother about the husband's coldness and directly asked if Jane Seymour had been to the king's chambers. George, who was aware of the latest gossip, replied that Jane had not yet accepted Henry's advances, although he had been very persistent. At night, Anna had another nightmare. She feels trapped. Upon waking up, Anna realized that if she didn't reignite the passion in her relationship with the husband, everything would be over for her. That's why she entered his chambers without an invitation. Many courtiers found it suspicious that the Queen was so close to her brother. Furthermore, the courtiers gossiped about the king losing interest in his wife. Upon learning that her husband had secretly conversed with her uncle, Anna became even more infuriated. The Duke of Norfolk clearly had his own agenda. Entering the husband's chambers, Anna caught him with Jane Seymour. The girl looked embarrassed, but Henry showed no guilt and had no intention of hiding his affair. Feeling hurt, Anna left, but she immediately fell due to abdominal pains. The Queen was so worried about her husband's infidelity that she lost her son. Anna is broken, but George is convinced that she is still able to give England an heir. In fact, she had no choice. Their family's fate depended on it. Despite her weakness, Anna could not afford to stay in bed for long. Approaching the window, she saw Henry openly flirting with Jane Seymour, without any regard for those around them. Norfolk clearly supported this union. Anna ordered the lady-in-waiting to help her get dressed. George tried to persuade his sister to stay in her chambers, as Henry was still planning to go to Westminster. Henry's intention to go to Parliament further strengthened Anna's resolve. She suspected that Cromwell had influenced the king. Overcoming the pain, Anna left the palace, but she was too late. Henry, accompanied by 2 of his subjects, had already left. The queen sank into melancholy. She had lost her son, and the husband had replaced her with another woman. February 1536 arrived. At Greenwich Palace, Anna heard malicious gossip about the doomed marriage of the king and queen. Everyone believed that God was not granting Anna a son because she was impure and had brought shame to their country. Instead of coming himself, Henry sent Norfolk to his wife. The Duke advised the queen to be more affectionate with her husband, or else he would seek comfort in the arms of another woman. Anna barely contained her emotions, knowing that her uncle was a duplicitous man with no moral principles. However, Anna behaved wisely and was outwardly polite to Norfolk, advising him to return to Westminster. The queen went out to the people to demonstrate that she was in good health. It was also important for Anna that the king learned of this. To earn the love of her subjects, Anna distributed money to the poor. However, her own people hate her because it was her fault that Catherine of Aragon, Henry's first wife, ended up on the scaffold. Anna had to leave to avoid becoming a victim of public anger. Worried about her daughter, Anna along with her brother visited little Elizabeth. However, the girl did not recognize her own mother and cried. This happened because Anna visited her too rarely. Upon seeing the Spanish ambassador, Anna intended to speak with him. However, the ambassador ignored Anna, refusing to recognize her as the queen. Mary, the daughter of Henry and Catherine of Aragon, despises Anna more than anyone else. She eagerly awaits the day when Anna will be sent to the scaffold. Anna, trying to act as if nothing had happened, arranged for Mary to be brought back to the court. If Maria was in plain sight, it would be easier for Anna to keep things under control. Later, Anna demanded an explanation from Cromwell, suspecting him of secret dealings with Spain. But Cromwell replied that he had acted at the king's request. Henry wants to establish trade relations with Spain, which is not in Anna's favor. The queen is convinced that Cromwell is encroaching on Elizabeth's right to the throne. Evening came. Anna noticed that Elizabeth Brown, her lady-in-waiting, had fallen asleep, but this did not anger the queen. Furthermore, she asked the lady-in-waiting to keep her company. Elizabeth confessed that she was pregnant. Anna genuinely congratulated her but changed her opinion when she learned that the father of this child was not Elizabeth's husband but George. Anna realized that her brother had gotten himself into a delicate situation. If anyone found out about this, it would bring shame upon their entire family. Anna told Elizabeth that reputation comes first. That's why she should keep it a secret. The next day Anna caught Henry and directly asked if he was avoiding her. Henry had nothing to say. He no longer wants to see the queen. Anna's pride doesn't allow her to ask the husband for love, but she is determined to save her marriage. To regain Henry's trust, Anna informed him that the Spanish ambassador believes that in exchange for an alliance, Mary will become Henry's heir. The king was unaware of this. He finds the Emperor of Spain's insolence outrageous, and has no intention of giving the crown to the bastard. Anna said that they must strengthen their position at all costs. To achieve this, Spain must recognize her as the queen. In the evening, a formal dinner was held at the palace. Anna discussed the importance of education. Cromwell approached and whispered to the king that the Spanish ambassador wants to discuss the terms set by the emperor. A meeting took place shortly. The ambassador clearly did not expect Anna to be present. Henry first and foremost was interested in what Charles, the King of Spain, expects from their country's alliance. The ambassador conveyed that the emperor is willing to recognize the legitimacy of Henry and Anna's marriage under 2 conditions. Firstly, England must cease supporting France. Secondly, Henry must acknowledge his daughter from the first marriage. Anna, full of indignation, intervened. Henry was also angered, telling the minister that he had greatly exceeded his authority when convincing the ambassador that he could influence the issue of the crown's succession. Anna, deliberately behaving amicably, invited Cromwell to a formal evening. However, Cromwell declined. In the evening, the distinguished guests entertained themselves with dances. Anna was constantly by George's side but also did not forget about her husband. It seems that relations between the couple began to improve, but it is only a mask. In fact, Henry kept his eyes on Jane Seymour. At some point, Anna saw Jane Seymour receive a note and leave somewhere, looking pleased. Anna discreetly followed her and overheard Jane Seymour rejecting a gift from the king. Honor is paramount for the girl, so she wants a legitimate marriage. George's wife, also named Jane, suspects that there is something more between him and Anna. George confessed to the sister that he's tired of his marriage because Jane is always dissatisfied with something. Having had too much to drink, the Queen began to flirt with Henry Norris, whom she had previously wanted to marry. Anna openly told Norris that if something were to happen to the king, he would have to take care of her. Of course, such swagger shocked all the witnesses of this conversation, including Norris. He said he couldn't even think about it and hurried to leave. The next morning, Anna, suffering from a hangover, tried to explain herself to Norris. She assured him that her words from yesterday were just a joke. She couldn't let these rumors reach the king. In the evening in the royal chambers, Elizabeth said that the husband didn't want to see her. But she doesn't love him and is willing to do anything to reunite with George. Anna offered her money in exchange for her silence, which of course angered the lady-in-waiting. She advised the Queen to take a closer look at her own marriage since the king had invited Jane Seymour into his chambers today. Hearing this, Anna was broken. Later, Henry tried to calm her down, but she was already aware of his affair. Henry is angered by his wife's accusations against him. He believes that after her scandalous behavior at the ball yesterday, she has no right to reproach him in any way. Before leaving, Anna told Henry that he was pitiful. Now even the ladies-in-waiting no longer respect the Queen. Anna began to drink heavily, earning more and more disrespect from the courtiers. Additionally, Anna openly hinted at Elizabeth's pregnancy, which displeased George. Seeing that the king left the tournament early, Anna was upset because she had hoped to keep him company. Lady Rochford, George's wife, openly gloated. Anna knows that her end is near. Most of the court and even her husband are plotting against her. Receiving a note, Lady Shelton informed the Queen that the Duke of Norfolk had sent for her. Anna had a bad feeling. Lady Shelton accompanied the Queen to Norfolk, who informed Anna of her arrest. She was accused of adultery. Anna accepted her fate with dignity, although fear gripped her inside. It was May 1536. Anna was taken to the Tower. The jailer escorted her to the prison cell. Lady Shelton would stay here to take care of the Queen. Anna only thinks about her daughter, who is now in great danger. When Anna woke up from a nightmare, she demanded her ladies-in-waiting to be brought here, but Lady Shelton said there was no need for it. Anna can't even be alone when she needs to go to the bathroom. From now on, she is treated not as a queen but as a prisoner. All that remains for Anna is to pray. The jailer decided to share the dinner with her, but Anna refused to eat, still demanding to see Cromwell. Elizabeth's fate is now in his hands. The jailer suggested that Anna show more respect because now no one is going to indulge her whims. Even Lady Shelton openly showed disrespect. At night, Anna couldn't sleep. Suddenly she heard whispers and footsteps. Anna is sure that Cromwell was here, but Lady Shelton denied it. Anna doesn't sleep at all, thinking about what her enemies have planned. The Queen doesn't understand what crime she committed against the king. Lady Shelton thought that Anna had gone mad. Finally, Cromwell visited Anna. She demands to know what happened to Elizabeth. However, Cromwell didn't rush to satisfy her curiosity. He only told the Queen that she was accused of treason and marital infidelity. In addition to Anna, Norris and several other men were arrested, including a court musician and George. Anna genuinely wonders why her brother is involved in this. She can't believe that anyone seriously assumes that she had a romance with him. Anna ordered Cromwell to leave. Left alone, she no longer suppressed her emotions, demanding to see her husband. The jailer had to calm the Queen down. Soon Anna was visited by Madge, Lady Shelton's daughter. Henry allowed her to come. According to Madge, Elizabeth is safe, and she is being well taken care of. Unlike her mother, Madge remains devoted to her Queen. It seems Anna has pulled herself together, and now she's behaving kindly with the jailer. He informed her that the trial would take place in 2 days. Of course, that's not enough time to prepare. Madge wants to do everything to defend the Queen at the trial, but Anna only relies on herself. She believes that when the hour of truth comes, God will help her find the right words. This time Anna did not refuse to share dinner with the jailer. He regretted to inform that the trial for Norris, George and the others had already taken place. They were all found guilty and sentenced to the ultimate penalty. Anna feels guilty, realizing that their broken fates are on her conscience. Madge stayed with her to be supportive. It was really important for Anna to know that someone was still loyal to her. From now on, Madge takes care of the Queen, helping her get dressed. Anna is preparing for the trial where she will have a chance to prove her innocence. The trial soon took place. Many lords of the kingdom were invited to decide the fate of the Queen, accused of adultery. Of course, Anna does not admit her guilt. But Cromwell, leading the judicial process, continues to accuse Anna of immoral acts. Despite the lords' outrages, Anna continues to deny everything. When Anna tried to defend herself, the lords mocked her. Any words from Anna seemed pitiful, and no one in the hall believed her. Cromwell summoned the first witness, Lady Rochford. She confirmed that Anna's relationship with George had been very close. According to Jane, George spent more time in Anna's chambers than in the marital chambers. An outraged whisper ran through the room. Cromwell called the second witness, Elizabeth Brown. Anna realizes that a lot depends on the words of the lady-in-waiting, as she is one of the few who knows the truth. Elizabeth remembers that the Queen did not help her when she learned of the pregnancy. That is why Elizabeth confirmed as revenge that the Queen was doing unacceptable things. Now the lords had no doubts about the Queen's guilt. Nevertheless, they gave her a chance to speak. Anna insists once again on her innocence. She had never been a timid wife and dreamed of power, but that is not a crime. However, Anna's ambition was inconvenient for many. In the end she became an obstacle to the king and everyone at court. Finally, the jurors were ready to deliver their verdict. Anna was unanimously found guilty. Silence fell in the hall. The Queen accepted her fate with dignity and left. Before sleep she prayed, asking God not to let the enemies break her. However, the Lord did not hear her prayer. Anna did not expect that the Archbishop would visit her. It turns out that Cranmer came here to convey the king's request. Henry wishes to annul the marriage. Anna cannot allow this because in that case, Elizabeth will lose her right to the crown. Henry still hopes for a male heir who could inherit the throne. However, if Anna agrees to the king's terms, she will be spared and sent to a nunnery for the rest of her days. Anna has no choice but to sign the document of marriage annulment. She hopes that this will guarantee the safety of her only daughter. The next morning, the jailer came for Anna and told her to follow him urgently. He only wanted to inform her that George would be on the scaffold this morning. Now Anna has the opportunity to see him one last time through the bars. This broke Anna's heart. She is unable to save her brother and cries in despair. Anna had no more strength left to fight. Later, Anna realized from the look on Madge's face, who was present when the sentence was carried out, that George was gone. According to Madge, he had held on with dignity. The jailer came to warn Anna that a scaffold is being erected for her. Anna realized that the husband deceived her. In fact, he never intended to grant her clemency. Cromwell did not hide his gloating. He finally got what he wanted. Therefore tomorrow at 9 in the morning, the Queen will be led to the scaffold. Anna is glad that she will reunite with her brother earlier than she thought. Today is her last night. Madge will accompany her Queen to the end. In the morning, Anna takes communion for the remission of all sins. In her final moments, Anna thinks about her daughter, hoping she will be strong and receive what is rightfully hers. Anna was led to the scaffold. It was time to carry out the verdict. Madge helped the Queen remove her royal robe, veil, and jewelry. Anna was ready to accept her fate, which didn't take long. When it was all over, Madge wept, and Cromwell savored his triumph. 24 hours after this, Henry became engaged to Jane Seymour. Elizabeth was declared illegitimate. However, despite this, she was destined to become the Queen of England and go down in history as one of the greatest monarchs. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel not to miss more exciting new products. Also, the authors will be pleased if you leave your opinion in the comments.